The Declaration of Independence starts with the assumption that all men are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and that the preservation of these is the entire purpose of legitimate government. Quote, to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Unquote. And this is so basic that, quote, when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Unquote. My friends, our real government today is not the one defined in our Constitution, which belongs to us. We are ruled today by the Rockefeller brothers and their empire of modern outlaws, pulling the strings and manipulating the actions of the visible governmental apparatus. So, what were some of the elements of that design to reduce them under despotism that led to the Declaration of Independence? Why do the Rockefellers fear to have us reminded of it? Just listen to a few examples of the grievances listed in the Declaration of Independence and think of any parallels you can see today, and the answer will be obvious to you. Quote, he, the king, has erected multitudes of new offices and sent swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. Unquote. What about our mushrooming federal bureaucracy? Another quote, he has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our constitutions and unacknowledged by our laws, given his consent to their acts of pretended legislation. Unquote. What about the super-secret White House Merge Policy Directive to Sovietize America, which I made public for the very first time last month in monthly audio letter number 8? What about the growing mountain of unconstitutional executive orders and oppressive regulations, which today constitute pretended legislation? Another complaint, quote, depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury, unquote. Our forefathers fought and died in a bloody revolution over this, yet it is only one of the many safeguards which are specifically eliminated as a right in the secret new Rockefeller Constitution, which we are expected to accept this coming November. Perhaps most telling of all, quote, he has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war on us, unquote. My friends, you and I have been declared out of the protection of our own government by the Rockefeller agents who control it. As I have documented for you in previous tapes, every remedy provided by law for the redress of such grievances as the terrible Fort Knox twin scandal and other such serious matters has been blocked by Rockefeller agents and fellow travelers contrary to law. Most recently, for example, my associates and I took up a congressional challenge to state our specific charges about Fort Knox so that a grand jury might be impaneled to investigate them. The challenge was leveled by Congressman John B. Conlon of Arizona at certain of his constituents who dared to press him for action, and was an act of gross hypocrisy, because Congressman Conlon knew full well that those individuals were in no position to present such charges and evidence themselves. But in an open letter to Congressman Conlon, dated December 7, 1976, my colleague Edward Durrell did exactly what had been asked, as reviewed in complete detail in my audio letter of last month. The result? The same studious silence and inaction from Congressman Conlon that has characterized his attitude toward Fort Knox for over a year. Whoever knows what is right to do and fails to do it, for him it is a sin. The Rockefeller brothers are truly waging undeclared war on us. Your survival may depend on your understanding this fact. My three topics today are therefore: 1. How you are a target in the secret Rockefeller takeover of the United States Postal Service. 2. How the coming wars will affect you and your family. And 3. How you are to be a pawn in the game to make Nelson Rockefeller our first dictator. Topic number 1. 2 days ago, on February 14, 1976, Ford declared in a Florida campaign speech that he has had it with terrorism, and he proposed a death penalty for a range of terrorist offenses. Not long ago, full-fledged terrorism was something most Americans tended to associate only with other countries. That couldn't happen here, but lately it is happening here, more and more. First there was the spectacular SLA case involving Patty Hearst. More recently, hundreds of grocery stores, banks, and whatnot have been bombed. On December 29, 1975, 11 people were killed and 75 injured when a bomb exploded in the passenger terminal at New York City's LaGuardia Airport. And you can rest assured that this is only the beginning. On January 13, 1976, FBI Chief Clarence Kelly helped get our bicentennial year rolling by predicting growing terrorism in America and assuring us all that the FBI is bracing itself for the worst. What you are not being